My name is Stephen Breckenridge Oliver, and this video is about corruption in the Panama City Beach Police Department and the Bay County Public Defender's Office. Alright, now, I was arrested on March 25th of 2019. On March 25th, 2019. Alright, now we already know that here in the United States we are entitled the right to private property in our Constitution. We already know that the state of Florida provides the right to private property according to the state constitution. And we already know that this means nothing to the Panama City Beach municipality. Apparently they have seceded without declaration of secession. Okay, now we are looking at Montana Department of Revenue versus Kurth Ranch, which supports this, which was ruled upon in the 90s, which means they've had more than 25 years to digest. And this ruled that states may either tax or prosecute for any given private property, but they may not tax and prosecute for any given taxed private property, or any given property, period. You know, either tax it or prosecute, but you can't do both. Once it's taxed, it's lawful private property. Now, according to the Bay County Public Defender's Office, they claim because I agreed to have them represent me that they get to enter whatever they want. I had 3 meetings with them. I told them what to enter. According to the court records, they did not enter this, and yet they still claim they represented me. They did not. As I was speaking with Lee Scott, and that's one of their public defender attorneys, she said that because I'm certified makes no difference. Because I'm registered with the health department makes no difference. She says, oh, well, they're not registered with the health department, so it doesn't matter. I am. And so is my company. Now, when the health department called me and said that I would not be allowed to sell marijuana, that only 7 companies would be allowed to, I'm sitting here and I tell them right then, well, you'll hear about this, in a court, one way or another. Now, as I attempted to sue in the state of Florida, federal court, I realized, as they claim marijuana does not make money, that the federal court here in Florida is corrupted. Okay, I already knew that. I already had evidence of that, and apparently this corruption in federal court is accepted as a status quo. Now, this status quo led to the result of Florida versus Big Pharma being sabotaged as well. Now, this is a crime against every taxpayer in this entire country, and yet nothing has been done about it. So, the list of crimes in which was conducted by the Bay County Public Defender's Office and the Panama City Beach Municipality proxy of the police department, as they conduct crimes. Now, there's a health condition of compromising nature over in that Bay County jail, and they knew about that compromising health condition before they ever incarcerated me or took me captive and held me captive. They abducted my person and held me captive. And if you've ever been subjected to a condition like that, then you understand what a terrorist is. And if you've ever had a resulting condition in which you got a mouthful of blood and pus and bile and black stuff, you'll understand what cruel and unusual punishment is. And that's what they subjected me to, resulting from, 1, less than a gram of marijuana when I'm entitled to unlimited as the owner of a marijuana company, and the certified dispensary tech holder. And nothing. According to Bay County Public Defender's Office, they have the right to claim they represent someone when they're basically the prosecutor. And they're disguised as a defender. You know, they wound up telling me, time served. We got to get you out of here. And telling me, no, it don't matter. Well, it's not the public defender's place to decide any of that. That's the court's place. Alright. That perjury in itself. And now the court's telling me that because there was no evidence entered, that I still have to be punished. In the appeal, they say, well, you didn't enter this evidence. That's not true. That in itself is perjury. You hear me, Judge Overstreet? You're guilty of perjury. Yeah, you. Guilty. Perjury. You claim I did not enter a defense. You lie. The Bay County Public Defender's Office. Pretensified representation. They claimed they would represent me and they did not. You are guilty of perjury. And I intend to get you for that perjury. Now right now, it's before the state bar. And I have to accept this as long as there is an avenue in which has not been extinguished of legal nature. I am obligated by law to pursue that avenue. And I am also obligated to preserve our Constitution, even though you are attempting to sabotage it. I'm going to get you. When I'm done with them Bay County so-called public defenders, I'm coming after you and you're presiding that bench. You don't deserve to preside a bench when all you're going to do is sabotage the judicial branch. Then there's the Bay County itself, the jail. Alright, why are you holding people in there under cruel and unusual terms? You knew that the condition which could result in me winding up with a mouthful of pus and blood and black stuff was easily the result of that incarceration or captivity in my case. Now, I'm a unique case, alright? But to put anyone, no matter what crime they've committed, anyone under a condition like that, that's cruel and unusual. How do you see it? Have you ever been the one with a mouthful of pus and blood and black stuff mixed with bile because you can't digest anything? Have you? Then you'll know what cruel and unusual punishment is if you've ever had to deal with that. I already know. I'm real familiar with it.